Greetings, everybody. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to episode 7 of the Stellaris One Planet Challenge, playing the Libra 3.3 Unity Beta branch, which originally streamed live on Twitch. So, a quick recap of the end of last stream. The last stream was the start of everything, so that's pretty straightforward. We started off here. Obviously, this was our capital. And for the first half of the stream, we didn't really find anyone. It was weird. We went all the way up to where you see the northern purple and blue borders, and it took a while for them to filter in because the marauders on either side were stopping people from entering this area until Lazavada and Corinth started coming south. Or actually, really was Teasen. So Teasen came south, marching south, and gobbled up some of this territory. In fact, some of it here is previously mine, and they had won, or rather, I traded in a war. I grabbed the Morpheus in our system, which was the Tinyaki homeworld, which is why it has so much societal research. And then they, subsequently, because of their ideology that they were following, became vassalized, because everybody hated them and everybody teamed up on them. And now I'm left with this. So I'm this color purple. I have some friends and allies. So I've been befriending the kingdom of Yodarim, Yondarim, which is so close to Yodarian that, like, we're sort of cousins or something. I don't know. Maybe the same sort of belief system that forked long ago. And then I've also been courting a federation. Where is the Federation? I don't see the Federation tags right now, but I've been courting a Federation in order to try to join. But yeah, that's basically the long and short of it. Is I am trying to build up my power as a one planet, which is a bit challenging. So pick it up from there. Now, one of the first things that I'm going to have to do here is to reform my government, which I currently don't have enough unity to do, because I am not allowed to have Byzantine bureaucracy as a spiritualist anymore, so I'm going to have to pick something else. So I'm going to have you all vote. Let me put up a new poll about that. Taking a look at my research real quick. I also have additional civic slots coming out. So not only am I going to have to reform my government once, no. Oh, man. So I can reform again in 5 years, but you can only reform your government once every 10 years. So I should probably wait until this finishes. And yeah, you're right about the Federation being the other series. It does get confusing. Yeah, so if I reform my government right now, I can't reform again when I get a third slot. So I'm just going to actually wait on that. I'm gonna sleep on that for a bit. So that I don't get hit with the cooldowns. So yeah, I was wrong about the Federation, and here I've been courting Yondarim and the Lazavada, and the Yondarim are definitely stronger. But as you can see, I'm actually, believe it or not, equivalent with a lot of other entities, despite the fact that I'm all one world. So that's kind of cool. That is kind of cool. Reduce the volume there. Oh, and the Teasens offended me or something. I don't even read those anymore. I don't care what the Teasens have to say or do. So I don't know what just happened to my economy. It just went from like -25 to +51. Ain't got a clue. I really don't. But I do know that I'm running out of rare crystals. So I am using 3.6 rare crystals a turn. Some of that is for focusing crystals. So let me get rid of focusing crystals because I'm not currently at war with anyone. I don't need to keep that. Okay, hello. The Devourers here. So the last thing that ended up happening was we found the Cyberx Alpha. It was actually pretty cool. The Yondarim gifted us the last sort of artifact for the Cyberx Alpha. And then, oddly, and I've really never seen this happen ever, it created a hyperlane between me and a neighbor that I previously didn't have hyperlanes to. So there didn't used to be this hyperlane jumping between us. And then Cyberx Alpha was generated, and now I share a border with the Technor Devourers, and they just claimed a whole bunch of stuff. I am rivals with them, and they are hegemonic imperialists, and I fully expect to have to go to war with them. Gusius, thanks for the resub. And No Luck, hey, welcome. Welcome. This game is free from Twitch right now. Some people might be happy to know that. Oh, cool. I did not know that. I kind of just ignore all of the Twitch updates. So thank you for that, No Luck. I appreciate it. And Spank me Satan. Oh boy. Spank me Satan. Thank you for the sub as well. Your name is interesting. Yeah, Twitch Prime Gaming loot. Oh, that's really cool. So the Mechazor Forge, which is, whoa, God, what happened to them? They definitely lost their fight against the Yandarim. So there was a mech hive or a Gestalt consciousness here. I guess they just still have a blob out that way, but they just got totally beaten badly. Hey, Panda, welcome. When you followed me, I never thought that you would turn up. So welcome. Yeah, I have some pretty calming music here. The soundtrack to Stellaris it's one of those like orchestral soundtracks that like sound great for 10 minutes and then you're like, okay, enough. So I try to cut that out. I am a bit conflicted about what engineer research to do. So what research should I get? I could get railguns, which would be better kinetic weapons. I could get plasma thrusters, which would be faster in-system flight or travel. Or, hugely, I could get habitats, with the caveat that you all have to agree that I'm allowed to have habitats. Oh, man. Oh, man. I have to ask, are habitats even allowed? I guess habitats is going to be my next research if you allow it. So, for reference, I'm doing the one planet challenge, right? Allowing me to only have one planet. All these other empires have multiple planets. Every single one of them. You know, oh god, look at this little, oh, that's the Fallen Empire. That's not fair. The Andari Trade Association has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 planets so far. So, you know, they have a quintuple the amount of potential population that I have, right? It's pretty limiting. That's the point of the challenge. Now, I do think that despite the fact that the poll up top says that colonizing a ring world would be against the rules, no. 71% of you said no. I don't think I'm going to be colonizing the ring world anyway, because it just seems like too deep of a violation of the rules, because they're so imbalanced for being hard. But habitats are tiny little space stations that you build. A habitat is about it's a 25th, or not a 25th, it's 25% the size of a planet. Kind of smaller if you're going to argue the Ecommunopolis or whatever they're called. It's a space station that you inhabit, not really a world, not a planet. So, looks like yes is going to win significantly, which means I'm going to unlock habitats. Definitely. I'll put one more minute on that poll, just in case enough people flip it. So there's the timer. But, yeah. I mean, I think it's fair to say that I got Cyberx Alpha, which normally would be incredibly powerful if you restored the ring sections and then had a massive ring world, but like, I would win for sure. I don't see how anyone in this galaxy could take me on if I had a ring world and then a planet. One of the disadvantages that I have for this planet, however, is that I started off on a planet that isn't even ideal. It's only size 20. Has a limited capacity compared to what I could have had. Hello, Space Dragon. You just want me to survive? I don't think I'm gonna be down and out anytime soon. I think it's likely I'm in it for the long run. Another thing I'd like to do is to get territorial sculpting. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna do habitats are allowed. I'd like to get territorial sculpting to make my consecrated worlds even more of a benefit, because the nicer the worlds are, the more benefit they provide. Looks like Corinth, yeah, I'd have to go to war with them to get that enough. So the next question I have for you all is my civics. Because I am going to be unlocking new civics in 47 months. How about habitats only in the Inarian system? I could have restrictions on that. I'll pull for that in a minute. I'm still 58 months away from even having the tech. So, the next question I have is for civics. What civics should I add? So let's try to figure this out. I could become a death cult, but I don't know if we're that kind of spiritualist. So let's take a look at this. Citizen service would increase naval capacity. So instead of calling it by its name, I'm just going to say what it does for me. And unity from soldiers. Alright. So that allows me to have a bigger navy. That's not going to be useful at all. Cutthroat politics would be for cheaper edicts. And yeah, let's see your wares. Numistic data modeling? Yeah, I actually would like to buy numistic data modeling if I could. Affording it is the challenge. What, 3,500? Let me dramatically impoverish myself. Here we are. Oh, I've already purchased it. Move along. I'm an idiot. So, back to civics. Getting very easily confused here. Or distracted. So Death Cult. What does Death Cult do? It gives you the ability to build. You know, it really doesn't match with our ethics, I don't think.
Situation log updated.
And to get further distracted, let me... Oh man, I don't know if they're going to get there in time. Let me just keep it paused so I can actually get through this list, because it seems like every second it's something new. So I could do Diplomatic Corps, so more envoys. I could do Distinguished Admiralty, so that's faster ship fire rate and better admirals. Cheaper admins, cheaper admin upkeep, I guess. This one it was actually pretty good. One additional building slot. Given that I have one planet, one additional building slot is actually not that insignificant. Specialist pop resource output. And at least, so unity from enforcers and telepaths. Because I'll probably be going down the telepathy tree. So, alright, that's a whole lot of options there. And I'll give you 5 minutes to vote on that. And then I'll ask about the habitat limitations. Build habitats anywhere I want, build a certain finite amount of habitats. I guess the first question is, should I restrict the amount of habitats I could build? Yes or no? And then, if yes, we'll decide on what restrictions should be had. Wish this copy was a little bit hotter, but it is so
The spirits
good right now.
have granted us new wisdom.
And we just unlocked wormhole travel. Oh, that's terrific. Because PolMapBot actually leads somewhere. So let's pick something new. And we will go with artisan output for more consumer goods. So I have 2 scientists sitting at Yodarian. Which one is not They're neither... What are you doing? Where are you? Picking up where I left off can be a little jarring. So I'm going to have Keisha here. Or...
Incoming
Keisha?
transmission.
A Federation proposal. Who with? Yundarum? Ooh. I'll have you vote on that too pretty soon. Probably next. So I have 1 wormhole down there. I have Ray Curva, and that's another wormhole I can explore. So I have 2 wormholes to traverse. Yep. Got it. So keep in mind that I know that you can only vote for 1 of these, but the top 2 will be the ones chosen. Oh no! What did you just do? You closed your borders to me. Rude. Wait, they rivaled me? I rival you back. So very rude. So very rude. How many rivals do I have now? That would be a really good question. Where am I? I am rivaling 3. Okay, so I have a maximum amount of rivals now. What a jerk. You big trade association. I always knew you were a bully. I sort of turned them down for everything they ever asked of me. They kept asking me for things. I think what I'm going to do is cut this short here. So we're going to go with faster ship fire rate and more envoys, it looks like. Or, no, we're going to have a bit of a runoff. So let me do a quick runoff. So this is no more envoys or 1 additional building slot. I think we're the runner-ups. So faster ship fire rate is going to be definitely 1, and then this is for the other one, and we'll just do a 1-minute poll on that so that I can inquire about that Federation request. I think I kind of turned it down because I clicked on it and let it lapse, which is dumb. Very dumb. But they'll ask again, I hope. What is that symbol? Oh, I have favors to collect from. Got it. What are my envoys doing? One's building a spy network against the authority of these guys. Trying to figure out how strong they are. I guess our fleet power is equivalent. That is interesting. They are the empire to beat. So the reason I was spying them for reference here is if I go to the victory conditions. Oh, well, now I'm first. But that's artificial inflated due to my relics collected. So they would otherwise be first. But their fleet strength is not particularly strong. So 1 additional building slot and fire rate. Should I join a federation with Yundarum? So the advantage of the Federation, I should explain. A defensive pact is when, if I get attacked, they come to my defense. They're obligated. Currently, we have a defensive pact. A Federation is a little bit different. A Federation means that when I get attacked, they come to my defense. When they get attacked, I come to their defense. But additionally, if I want to attack someone, they have to agree to it, depending on the terms of the Federation, but generally that's the way Federations work. And if they want to attack someone, I have to agree to it. There has to be sort of a unanimous... Now, you can have Federations where, like, the strong one leads. I don't know what kind of Federation this would be, but it does come with some constraints. So if I, let's say, for instance, wanted to go attack Tizen, and they voted no, I would either have to convince them to vote yes, or leave the Federation, or just not go to war. I sort of lose some of my independence. So it's a powerful tool to hide behind a powerful ally, but it's also giving away a little bit of your autonomy in the name of unity or something. I don't know. So you could vote on that. Should I join a federation with Yandarim? I think it's also worthy to keep in mind that the only empires right now that are superior to me, or I would say about half of the empires that are superior to me, have about equivalent fleet power, right? And all of my current rivals and enemies have equivalent fleet power. So no one that wants to go to war with me is going to have an easy time trying to conquer me. That's good. That's real good. I'm in a very healthy position. Hey! Follower goal just met. Tunic Zach, you were lucky number 16,000. Thank you. Cheers. I'll drink to that. I think I owe you guys now like an extra stream, I think I promised. I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do. But absolutely will drink to that. Hello and welcome. Pleasure to have you here. So the other thing I wanted to do... Oh yeah, looks like box is open again. Let's try to sneak in there again. Backs. Sorry, with an A. So we're sneaking past the Marauders to colonize something behind the Marauders for ultimate stupid levels of Vortigor. I don't know why we're doing it. I just want to. And Mindsteddle, thank you for gifting out subs. Welcome. You still hope for a Stationeers one day? You know, it's been a runner-up for a while, so... Uh-oh. Did you die of old age? Yeah, okay. This wasn't the scientist that I put into the Marauders' orbit. This was... Where were they? Oh, this was my physics scientist who just died of old age. Alright. I mean, that sucks, but, you know, at least I didn't, like, kill him or something. So... You, Corrupted Droman, you are going to be my new physics researcher. And then I'm going to need a new scientist helping out. So I'm going to recruit a cheaper scientist and raffle these off. And it looks like you guys say, yes, I should accept a Federation agreement next time it is being offered. Got it. Will do. So congratulations, DS5K, on becoming a scientist. Also, Violet, I believe you need a name too. Hey, Fnar. You are now another leader. I believe you were a leader last stream too. And then you died. So, congrats to both of you. So then the next question I wanted to ask is, should there be limitations on habitat building? Yes or no? So here's my ships, and I queued up, by holding left shift, I queued up a little route for them to travel so that they don't run into the Marauders that would blow them up, and instead get out to Bax to colonize it. And let's hope that I beat La Zavada there, because La Zavada borders it. Definitely going to introduce some nasty Vortigor, but that's how we roll. That is how we roll. I'll donate to you, but I really don't need the influence. One of the problems with this current patch is now that influence doesn't play a role, if you have a lot of it, there's really not much to do with it. I guess you can still make claims, but, like, I don't really have the need to make a bunch of claims. I would, however, like to start to shred the Devourers, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to build a spy network Instead of the authority of Othel Jor, I'm going to build a spy network against these devourers to figure out if I can survive picking that fight. So here is my scientist exploring the end of the Polmapbot wormhole, and it leads to the Mechazor Forge. They have their borders closed to me. Do I have my borders closed to them? I do. Okay, good. Because otherwise they'll come through the wormhole and be a bother. Alright, now you explore that wormhole. Ooh, this is a close pull. I'm going to put, maybe not 5 full minutes. I'll put 2.5 more minutes on this poll. If you haven't voted yet, vote, because this is... I mean, it depends on what the limitations are, but it's a pretty significant question I am asking. And something to vote on. For me. Enemy of my enemy. I don't know how much I care about this. I'm just gonna abstain. I really don't care. Doesn't matter to me whether, yeah, doesn't matter to me. If it passes, it passes.
Special project complete.
So, we gained the research option of improved destroyer hulls as a result of researching some of the Caravanier's junk, which is cool. My constructor ship is waiting at Bax. Oh, wow. Bax is actually kind of worthless to have.
System survey complete.
It's worthless, but I'll claim it anyway. Because I can. Is it better to keep the Marauders alive or to take them out eventually? It depends on what they're doing for you. So, because I border or nearly border both Marauders, if I leave them and they become the mid-game crisis, that means I'll have the Great Khan at my border, which could be really nasty. So if that is true, which in 30 years might happen,
Construction
that
complete.
would be a problem for me, and it would be better for me to take them out now. Now, the caveat being, their battle groups are like 15 to 20k strength, and my fleet is not. This song is right... Oh, wrong direction. Right there. Jeez. Part of the overlay. And good morning to you.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
So, artisan output increased. Looking at these fine options, I'm going to go with cold fusion reactors. And you guys say no limitations on habitat building. Yeah, I have a built-in overlay for the music that you might be curious about. So this wormhole goes where? Oh, geez. It goes to the authority of Athel, or yeah, whatever they're called. Well, that's not great, because they were kind of a dangerous force in the galaxy. Well, given that information, I don't know what to do with it. I'm being honest. Ideally, I would add starbases here, but I don't currently have... I do have a starbase at Polmapbot already. That I could become a Starhold. I do have the alloys to make a Starhold. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to think on that. One thing I could do is to buy some minerals and then use my artifact
Construction complete.
to turn those minerals into... Oh, I need 10,000. But yeah, to turn those minerals into alloys at a very reasonable conversion rate. A 2-to-1. So we snapped up backs there. Also 3K Unity, yeah. Yeah, it's not free. 3K Unity is like about a third of a tradition, a little bit less. Pretty significant. So the Lazavattas like me right now. But I actually don't even think there's much to be gained poking around their borders because I already know everything that's within them. Man, that is some nasty border gore, though. Ugh, I'd hate to be them. And then the reason I haven't gone to Eurydice is the Eurydice jump point is too close to this void dwelling, and I'd blow up if I tried. So these scientists, yeah, let's bring them home. Ooh, the curator order. Awesome. Let me contact them. Finally. So the curators can help you with research speed. You can also hire their leaders once you have enough rapport with them. And they make for very good researchers as well. They can also tell you about the Leviathans in the galaxy. A Leviathan would be like the very, very, very strong thing to kill. Like the... I'm trying to find a Leviathan. Do I know... like this dimensional horror. This thing is a Leviathan. Space spawn. Something. And then they can also inform you about the L-gates. My voice is a little low. All right, let me move my mic a bit better. Is that a little bit better? Can they do anything about... Can they say anything about the dragon in my system? I don't think so. Let me check. I haven't tried.
Situation log updated.
So, no. They only told me about another Leviathan. They don't know anything about my dragon, I don't think. I could tell. So if I ask them about the mysteries...
Situation log
Here, let me pay them
updated.
again.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
And then there's something else out here that they told me about. Let's try that one more time. Nope, that's it. So the Ether Drake, the Dimensional Horror, or whatever these two things are. I don't know what they are. But some other Leviathans, but they have no information about my Leviathan. Yeah, I think my one of my audio device equipments, I was treating the volume or the gain knob as a mute button for a while, and I definitely did some damage to it. I might have to look to replace that, which is ouch. Okay, so we unlocked additional civic slots. I am going to unlock Heritage. No, ooh. Yeah, Heritage. No, I'm going to do cloning. I'm going to do cloning because we're about to get habitats. And then let's grab those new civics. So we're ditching... To make it clear, we're ditching Byzantine bureaucracy because I'm not allowed to have it anymore. And then we're going to pick up Distinguished Admiralty and Functional Architecture. That was voted on. Reformed. So if we take a look at Yodarian Prime, I now can upgrade to a larger capital. And then I have an extra building slot here. That is from the Functional Architecture. And then the Distinguished Admiralty raises my fleet command limit, so now my fleets can have 70 ships in them, or 70 ship size, I guess. Like, it's not actually 70 ships unless you're only doing corvettes. And then they fire a little bit faster, so their military power has gone up a bit. And my admirals, who are Nufi, Mansarin, and Highland Timber, can level up to a higher max level, level 8. So my scientists can go to 9, my admirals can go to 8, and then my governor can go to 7. Yeah, it sucks. I mean, it was my fault. I now have a dedicated mute button that I can press so I don't wear out my hardware. Ministry of Culture. Sure, I'll take that. So, Jordan, your question. So, the new sprawl mechanics, it still makes research take longer, but there's no admin capacity to fix it? Correct. Yep. There is just the empire size, which can increase your tech cost and tradition adoption cost, but not by the same level of penalty as before, I don't think. And Doofy, you're happy about leveling up? Yeah, I don't know the full details because I haven't really played through this enough to know what the full implications of the changes are. And Illinois Cross, thanks for the bits. No more admin planets? I think you can still have admin planets, actually. But I don't have a second planet to be able to designate it because you can't change your home planet away from being core. Right, yeah, I can't. Yo, what? Yeah, I don't want automation on. I do have the ability to start upgrading Ascension tiers. So, let's do that. Yodarian Prime is Ascension Tier 1. So what that is... where is the Ascension Tier? Benefit. I clicked it, but... well, what that does is it decreases the planetary designation effect and decreases Empire Sprawl. The maximum Ascension Tier is 1. Gain more Ascension perks to increase the maximum. So Unity can be spent to increase planetary ascension tier of a colony, which increases the effects of the planet's...
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Colony designation, which, of course, my colony designation is capital. Empire capital here. And... yeah. So... the capital world gives stability, amenities, governing, ethics, attraction, and additional resources from jobs. So that's very cool. Do I want to name you Timber? Oh, I don't care. It's fine. And we got habitats, so let's get Habin. Habin. Next up, we will go... Improve Destroyer Hulls is like a freebie, because we almost have it completely done, so let's just spend like a minute to get that. And my construction ships. So the one at... oh no, I don't have any of them home. That's tragic. Alright, let's make a construction ship for that purpose. And maybe get rid of some of the ones I don't need right now. Because they do have upkeep. So... I have a construction ship sitting here when I unlock exotic gas extraction, and one sitting here for the same reason. So this guy down here, no reason to have you. Bye-bye. And then I do have some extra scientists, but it's possible that they're going to have jobs assisting research at habitats. The spirits have
granted us new wisdom.
So there's the destroyer hulls. And I think... it's weird to be getting exotic gas refineries before exploiting the gas, but I think what I'm going to do is go with city housing districts so that it can turn more of the housing districts here into work facilities. To be extra odd, I should build habitats around the ring world. Oh, I probably will eventually, but I want them at my homeworld first. The reason to put them on the homeworld is my homeworld is protected by a giant dragon, so... if there's anywhere that enemies aren't going to be able to mess with me, it is my homeworld protected by said massive dragon. I will take every possible advantage I can. Tizin is a vassal of the authority of Awful Jor, which is not a easy enemy to attack. So let me spell it out as clear as I can. I have the Devourers here that want to gobble me up. I have Athel Jor that isn't particularly fond of me either. And then I basically have, and the Indari Trades Association just made me a rival. So I'm bordered by 3 potential rivals right now. So picking a fight with any one of them is a bad idea, unless they pick a fight with me and they're dragged into a fight against the Yudarim. So I will pick this fight soon, but not right now. I want to wait until I'm a little bit stronger. How did I get the dragon? It was my origin. It is our species' origin. Here be dragons. Start with a space dragon roaming your home system. The dragon may protect you from harm, but beware its wrath should you displease it. Alright, so here's my construction ship, and habitats are going to cost a little bit more alloys. I would love to be able to save up to convert. Maybe I should. How much would it be to buy 5k? I'm almost there. All right, a little bit more energy credits and I'll be able to use my relic to exchange 10k minerals for 5k alloys, and that will allow me to build a ridiculous amount of stuff. I know it feels okay, there we go. Boom, got it. Relic activated. 6.2k alloys, and now my construction ship can get to work. Okay, why even make it an option if I'm not allowed to pick it? What is this? No, 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 no. Okay, fine. No. Don't light it up. It's not my fault. Yeah, so I'll be naming these habitats after you guys. Excited about that. So our capital's almost done.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Cold fusion reactors are done, so our ships can be improved. Let's go with... There's really nothing left to survey. FTL inhibitors would be kind of nice to build choke point bastions, so I'll get FTL inhibitors. And yes, I definitely should start pumping out colony ships. You are absolutely correct. If I had the resources. So give me 1 second. I'm but a poor boy. 19 more. Yoink. Now the problem with this is there is one problem. We have now non-adaptive and sedentary, which are not particularly good traits when you're starting to take to these stars. So it would not be a terrible idea for me to genetically try to modify out the some of that negative traits. I like how the galactic market is just like sitting out here. It's like, hey guys, you want to buy some alloys? I don't mind having it, but just kind of funny it sits there like that. Leverage privateering. Sure. Support. Trade protection goes up. Protects me from the pirates. And... is this what, extending our deal? Yeah. I do want to extend my deal with them. I just kind of don't have the money. Don't break my knees. I'm trying to come up with the money, buddy. I'll sell some alloys. It's a deal. There it is. Doesn't cloning cancel slow pop grow? You mean for research? These? No, it increases your pop growth by 10%. And Ignanome, thank you for the resub. And Flow of Life too. Oh, I missed that. Flow, welcome. First sub. You have no idea what's going on in this game, but you really want to play? I'm sorry that I can't, hopefully my mascot joins me too, because if you're confused, looking deep into my mascot's eyes will help you there. So what research to get? Terraforming. So the purpose of terraforming is a little weird, but it's to improve the worlds that we've consecrated for Unity, because the nicer the worlds are that we have consecrated, the more benefit we get out of the consecration, or Xeno relations for extra diplomatic. So, better diplo. Wait. And... or refit standards, honestly. So, lower ship upkeep. All three are excellent choices, and I'll give you a minute to choose there. I'm just going to pick Xeno relations because it's the hardest one to research to get started on it, but I'm happy to change it up. This game is absolutely not laid back if you don't know what you're doing. It's if you're familiar with any of the Paradox games that are super deep, complex, and ridiculous and make you want to pull your hair out, this is one of them. This is one of the worst offenders of that trend. And I say that with, like, much love. I'm relaxed at it, but I'm relaxed at everything. I could be playing the most adrenaline pumping game, and
Our ships have been improved.
I don't really... I'm only chill. Alright, so my fleet now is getting improved, and one of the improvements are the cold fusion reactors.
Our ships have been improved.
Which are going to help us shoot things better. My homeworld, I'm going to repurpose one of the city districts into... what am I lacking up here? Industrial. Which will reduce the total amount of housing, but add more jobs, because there's an imbalance right now. And you guys want lower ship upkeep.
Our ships have been improved.
Got it. So let's change this up to refit standards. Which would have been helpful a minute ago when I was, you know, refitting my... oh, another dead scientist. Let's go ahead and hire one from the curators. Oh, I'm at 40? Is there any way to, like, bribe you a little bit more? Yeah, I'm going to pay them a little bit for... who am I... What Leviathan am I most likely to run into first? Ether Drake is in Andari. I'll probably run into the Dimensional Horror first, because I almost have border access to it. I just have to go to Thorquil. So let's pay for the Dimensional Horror info, and then I'll be able to hire one of their scientists. So tell me about the Dimensional Horror. I'll pay you to know how to defeat it. So paying to know how to defeat it, it costs 1,000, which is expensive, but then it gives you additional damage to the Dimensional Horror when you fight it. It's only ever usable once, but it also increases the opinion. And for me to hire one of them, I need to have an opinion above 50. So now that I have an opinion above 50 with that enclave, I can now recruit one of their scientists for another 1,000. I know, they keep bleeding me, but there we go. And of course, I have donated the 1,000, and here is the scientist that I get. It's not going to be one of my species, but it is the Mentat. I'll rename them after you guys in a second. Research speed 15%, survey speed 25%. And I think it's okay to keep them in the engineering role. That's fine. And this one will be named after Feanor. Feanor the Mentat. One of the advantages is they're young. So he's 43 years old and already a level 5, which is a huge head start for having a seriously big bonus. So cool. I have almost 5k allies, but no other resources. That's because I used my artifact. What faction is the new scientist from? They're from the Enclave faction. They are the species of Jackly. I wonder what the Jackly are. Let's find out, just for fun. Jackly. There's 0 Jackly in the galaxy except for my scientist, so they're unique, I guess. And that's true a lot everywhere. They're just an Enclave faction. It's the way it is. Oh, Glitch, you were the one that died. That's sad. Thank you for tuning in to Stellaris One Planet Challenge, which originally streamed live on Twitch February 1st. This series I'm playing the codenamed Libra beta branch of Stellaris, which sort of redesigns the way Unity is worked into the game. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com or the description of this video have links to Discord. Discord also has ways to sign up for notifications of upcoming streams and events that I put on. Thank you so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you catch another episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, everybody.